てほしい。
So, if you're not aware, a brand new Hatsune Miku movie came out, a Miku that can't sing. I'll give you guys my honest opinions on it. Like, it's just gonna be straight up because I'm not the biggest fan of Vocaloids or Miku in general, even though I went to Miku Expo last year. So, yeah, there's that. The Miku movie, not bad. I thought it was actually a pretty good film. Granted, I was kind of confused like half the time, even though the plot is actually relatively simple to follow. I know there was like a lot of Easter eggs and whatnot for fans of like the video game, because this is actually based off one of the video games. And I remember reading somewhere specifically that said you kind of have to know the video game to fully like embrace, to fully immerse yourself in this film. But me, as like not the biggest Vocaloid slash Miku fan, I still found myself pretty intrigued. The music, pretty entertaining. Like, it's Hatsune Miku. Anytime like something she puts out, it's always gonna be a banger. Also, spoilers for the film. It's also kind of like a concert slash movie, 50-50 to be honest. Also, be sure to say after the credits, because they literally play you the M concert of the M song in the movie. It's actually pretty cool. I've seen videos online of like how people brought glow sticks to the movie theater and how they were doing this and that, which is low-key kind of crazy in my honest opinion. It's like, damn, are people really like doing a concert inside the movie theater? But that's wild. But essentially the movie follows a Miku that can't sing. Duh, get it? It's in the title. Essentially, there's multiple versions of Miku in this world and Japan, and each one of them, people can see them, people can relate to them and whatnot, but there's one specifically that fails to visualize, and people, mostly because they don't believe in her, because they reject her at all times. Anytime she tries to visualize herself in front of others, she becomes a static type of image. No one can really understand her. They just hear this bleep and blurb type of image and they're like, get out of my head, I'm tired of this static thing. Is my phone broken? Is my tablet broken? What even is this image? And this Miku goes out of her way to search throughout all of Tokyo for specific people that can actually identify her. Her goal is to reach people's hearts, to reach people's music, and she finds these other idols, these other sakais, and she's like, hey, I need your help, because like me, I'm a Miku. Like, you guys know who Miku is, but I'm one of the only Mikus that can't sing. I don't know how to reach people's hearts and whatnot. Every time I try to visualize myself in front of others, no one can really understand me. No one can really see me because I don't exist to them. They don't really believe in me. And it's kind of, I don't know if this is a thing that happens in the video game. You're supposed to have the power of faith and friendship and whatnot, but I found this concept pretty interesting, how believing in Miku, believing in her voice, essentially gives her power to like give you joy, to to give you joy and to give you a sense of happiness, to give you a resemblance of peacefulness, because anytime she plays music, people are very ecstatic. It even shows in the film that people love and adore Hatsune Miku. They know who she is, they know she's a Vocaloid and whatnot. And we get some of these other characters. I honestly cannot remember a majority of their names, but we get a majority of these other characters that pop up. They can essentially see this version of Miku that can't sing, and they're like, okay, what can we do to make you feel better? What can we do to help you understand? And we get two sides of this story. Essentially, we get the Miku that can't sing, and then we get the other characters. The other characters try to understand her as best to their abilities, but they fail to do so because they think she's still a version of some of the other Mikus who's, alright, you're kind of messed up, but we can help you along the way. But ultimately, they fail to help her because Miku, as she tries to reach people's hearts and ears, they ultimately end up rejecting her. And this weird type of like black hole type of image, this spiritual thing, comes and drags Miku away and essentially removes every single Miku from existence from our reality, because it's kind of weird. I guess it's like magic or dimensional being that kind of takes Miku away if people don't believe in her and removes it from our existence. So when there's a big blackout in Japan throughout the entire nation, it's really related to Hatsune Miku and the power of belief, which to me I found pretty interesting. It got kind of meta. I'm like, wait a minute, am I watching a Miku film or what even is this? I didn't know trans-dimensional beings exist who are powerful enough to remove someone off existence, off the virtual world, which was pretty cool. Very interesting concept. They got a lot deeper than I imagined. Also, in this film, there's other things called Sakai. Sakais are essentially these virtual reality worlds where our characters can interact with them. I might be wrong on that because I'm not the biggest fan of Project Sakai. I don't know much about it, but that's what I'm assuming based off the film. Like, you can go into this realm, you can go into this world, but the Vocaloids inside of them cannot go to other Sakais because they don't have the ability to do so, either in their programming or because they simply cannot enter Sakai from other Sakai. So when all the Mikus are pretty much removed, when that weird trans-dimensional being like removes them off existence, they all freak out. So they're on the mission to, all right, we gotta rewrite a song, we gotta make things work, we have to have everyone believe in the power of Miku. So essentially the finale of this film is them, all of these groups coming together to form up and sing a music to ultimately revive back the Miku that can't sing, Hatsune Miku, to bring back her joy and her belief in other people. And honestly, I thought it was pretty solid. Like, it got pretty crazy towards the end of the film with dimensional beings and whatnot, and then Miku essentially she transforms from this goth type of girl, depressed girl, to like a super idol. Alright, super idol, get it? But yeah, she pretty much comes back as a brand new and improved Miku, which I found to be pretty cool, to be honest. And like, some of the music throughout the film was very, very solid. I found myself very entertained. There's one specific song that they're singing throughout the trailer, throughout the film, I really like. I cannot find the name of this film or the name of the music, but I really liked it. Overall, I think it's a pretty solid story. If you're a very big Vocaloid fan, if you're a very big Hatsune Miku fan, then honestly, I think you're gonna like this movie a lot. Me, as a non-Miku fan who just kind of went to go watch it because I like watching anime movies in general, I had a pretty good time, 8 out of 10. I was a little bit confused, but after sitting on it, thinking about it, I enjoyed it. It's pretty easy to follow. It's not the hardest film, but boy, when I tell you so many people were dressed up for this film, I was genuinely surprised. There's also this Instagrammer slash TikToker that like invited over 300 like Miku cosplayers to go watch the Miku movie the other day, which is honestly insane. Props to him for doing that. But yeah, if you like this film, definitely go watch it. Even if you're not the biggest Vocaloid film and you want something to watch, I highly recommend go watch this because you like musicals and whatnot, you're really gonna enjoy this. But yeah, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. My only thing is I wish I knew more about these characters, more about these Vocaloids, and I feel like I would be more entranced into it. Regardless, I had a good time, good film, and yeah, I'll see you guys on my next one. If you've seen the film, what are your thoughts? And do you like Hatsune Miku or not? So yeah, peace.